What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to the 1st of July in Empires and Puzzles land. It is the land of beach balls and summer vibes. It is the land of birds and sometimes the occasional dragon. And as it is the 1st of the month, we do have a brand new hero of the month that's just rocked up in the portal. And it is this absolute beauty. Carrying a bevy of roses, and she's called Florenna, and she is our hero of the month for July. So we're going to take a closer look at her today and find out what she's all about, see how she stacks up in terms of the heroes of the month, whether she comes even close to some of the others. And to be fair, we have had one or two bangers over the course of this year, but not as many as we'd all like. So we're always hoping that the hero of the month is going to be decent. I think going back over this year, like the last really good one, I think I liked Elaine. But then since her, there haven't really been any standout heroes of the month, especially not last month, sorry, Achilles, or whatever his name was, absolute pile of trash. So she's got a lot to live up to. We have high hopes for this one. So let's dive right in. So of course, she is a nature hero. You can see she's all about the nature. That bikini is screaming nature. And I love it. And somebody at Small Giant definitely has some kind of weird obsession with fawns or deers at the moment, because what's up with all the half deer, half human beings? Anyways, if toons come into the game and furry gargoyles, then absolutely anything is possible, as you'll come to find out. So, okay, so she is our hero of the month. She is, of course, going to be a 5-star. She's a nature hero, which is decent. She is of the druid class. I'm not the hugest fan of that because obviously it only gives her a little thorn minion as a talent. It's not that great, to be honest. She is going to be of the 2025 Legends family, so obviously we don't know what that bonus is going to be yet, but we will find out come the end of the year. And she's going to get dual passives. So I do like that they've started doing the dual passives with the heroes of the month. She gets a mana on status element received. So this character gains 5% mana when they receive a status element or a negative stack. So any elements the character receives, she's going to get 5% mana. That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool, I would say, because I think, you know, you've still got the garrison guard that's quite a big part of the meta at the moment. And a lot of those minions, the sword guard ones, deal out bleed damage. So if you're going up against them, you're going to be getting a 5% mana every single turn, which is pretty cool. She also has an innate resistance against poison. Yeah, we're going to see why that comes into play in just a bit. Okay, so special skill is heavy fragrance. Okay, she's running at fast speed, which is awesome. And she deals 435% damage to the target. And then the target can't get their status elements cleansed or reallocated by special skills for 3 turns. The target receives 1287 poison damage over 3 turns, and this effect spreads to the nearby enemies. Element Link gives all nature allies 20% attack for 4 turns, and the effects can't be dispelled. So it's a pretty cool special. I mean, there's quite a lot to like here. She's very reminiscent of another hero that I actually really, really love. Although she's kind of different in a few ways, but I'll tell you, like, she's so similar to this dude. It's unbelievable. So I use him all the time. And that is Daroga, of course, from the Opera family heroes. And as far as team power goes, he's at 1356. I think with her second limit break, she's about 1400 odd. So she is more powerful than him. But there's a lot of similarities. So you can see he's running at fast speed, deals 535% damage to the target. The target then receives 1845 bleeding damage over 3 turns, and the effect spreads to the nearby enemies. So there's a lot of similarities there. Of course, he gets an attack stack. His passives are kind of similar, but then his family bonus gives him a bit of extra stats. But even saying that, he's still not quite as powerful, but he does hit a bit harder, and he does give a higher level of damage over time, but very, very similar. So already, if I was to say she was a poor hero, I'd be lying, because I have a hero that's pretty much the same as her, and I use him very, very frequently. So I'm just saying, she's dope. She is dope. Already before we get to anything else, she is going to be good. So the attack up on the ether talent is going to be useful because you want to increase her attack stat. Why do you want to increase her attack stat? Because you can increase the damage over time. So of course, her attack starting at an extra 20% attack at the start of the battle means that this poison damage is going to go up according to her attack stack. Now, her damage is, her hit initial snipe is not that big. 435% damage to the target, but she does have a very high attack stat, and like I said, she does benefit from the attack up ether talent. So if you fire off within the first 6 turns, she's going to hit pretty damn hard. Then she gives it so that the target can't get their status elements cleansed or reallocated by special skills for 3 turns. If we just click on this, it says this effect also prevents cleansing and reallocating of itself. So basically what she's doing there is she's making it to where the target that she hits, when she puts that poison damage on the target, it cannot be cleansed off for the next 3 turns. So it's pretty big. I mean, that, having it so that that poison damage is definitely going to stick regardless of what you do, kind of means that your only option really is just to try and heal it away. So it's kind of like a fiend. Think about it like a fiend. No matter what you do, you cannot get rid of the poison damage on the target. Now, the spreading of the poison damage, that's pretty cool, but it does not refresh the duration of the turns when it spreads. So I thought, initially with Daroga, I thought, okay, I hit the target and then it spreads to the nearby, and then the nearby get it for 3 turns as well. It doesn't work that way. If it spreads to the nearby, it still only lasts for 3 turns. So in the turn it spreads to the nearby, they're only going to take it for 2 turns. And if it spreads to the enemies on the wings, they're only going to take it for a single turn. Now, you do have heroes that block this kind of damage. You do have Ailment Protect heroes that resist this kind of damage. You do have heroes that resist poison altogether. And she is a good example of that. So you've got to be kind of a little bit careful who you take her up against. But saying that, she's still going to be an awesome hero. So I like her, like I said. And, the cherry on the top of the cake is kind of that element link where she gives all nature allies 20% increased attack for 4 turns. It makes her a great part of a nature attack team. And another hero that I think she's going to pair extremely well with is my boy Thelonious. So I've been banging on about him. He is currently featured in the Magic Portal. So if you do get your chance to grab Thelonious, I think he's going to be a good option from the new Fated Summon, because then obviously if you have heroes like this, he's going to be able to increase their damage by 50% at very fast speed. Problem with the 2 of them is he does poison damage already. So you're kind of layering one on the other. But if you have any other ailment damage dealers, and you've got Kineza, who's also featured in the new Fated Summon list, then these kind of heroes are going to pair really well together. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about Florenna. I think she's a pretty awesome hero of the month, and I'm pleasantly surprised, to be honest. I think that this is one that I would definitely level. I think her stats are decent. She is about 100 team power lower than the more recently released heroes, but we've come to expect that. And yeah, she looks pretty good too. I don't know what's up with the floppy ears. Like I said, the fawn body's a bit awkward as well. But yeah, other than that, she's pretty cool. So please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about Florenna. Let me know if you're lucky enough to grab her early. And obviously, if you start leveling her, let me know how she performs. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.